Yeah. It says can't load. What? Can't load content. What? There we go. I'm joining.
Now, the thing about this, I feel like with how ISO meta this game is, you're not going to see this badge be too effective, but in the situation that you are somebody who likes to shoot the ball a whole lot, it should be very effective in that sense. The boost is actually very nice as far as I've seen, and yes, some of my opinion correlates with 20. That is true. Some of that is the case, but I will say, all the shooters with the ball out there, it's very effective.
You said Brandon made a paint these? Can he shoot? Yeah, so he'll be able to shoot. That's just the shooting paint beast. You ready? I don't know why this always does this after the first couple times. And you get a good squad in here. If we get 5, bro, it's just so easy. It's so fun.
But if you're somebody who's going to be dunking a good amount in a game and not taking 4+ 3-pointers or 5+ 3-pointers for just jump shots in general, badge is probably not for you. So now just to remind everybody, the cluster of 3 badges that we still had in C tier remaining was going to be Rhythm Shooter, Set Shooter, and Stop and Pop. Now, I will say, Rhythm Shooter I think is the worst of all the C tier badges. You could maybe make the case that it's a little bit better than Volume Shooter, but anyway, the description on these badges, we're going to go straight over all of these. So, Rhythm Shooter increases the chance of a made shot after sizing up your opponent with dribble moves. Now, I've been told in the Twitter mentions and replies and stuff like that, and honestly, just from what I've seen in gameplay stuff too, Rhythm Shooter seems to only work after you break somebody's ankles or get an ankle breaker, quote-unquote, accolade to pop up in your top right corner. So just keep that in mind. I will say that devalues the badge a little bit. You would think that it just means if you hit a size-up package or anything like that, then boom, you shoot off a bit better. But I don't think that's the case. If somebody disagrees or has factual evidence that's not the case, go ahead and leave it in the comments and let me know, or even mention me on Twitter and show that the badge is popping up even if nobody's guarding you and you hit a size up. But like I said, from what I've seen and what I've seen on Twitter, I feel like this badge only functions after you break somebody's ankles or get the ankle breaker to pop up. So now to transition into Set Shooter and Stop and Pop, we'll go ahead and show the descriptions and make of it what you want. So for Set Shooter, gives a shot boost after standing still before taking a jump shot, and then for Stop and Pop, boost shot rating on standstill 3-pointers after dribble. So make of that what you want. Honestly, to me, it really says the exact same thing. I mean, shooting after standing still pretty much before taking a jump shot. Shooting after standing still after dribbling pretty much before taking a jump shot. I mean, it really says the same thing to me. Honestly, if you run both these badges on top of that, and then I was thinking Rhythm Shooter was probably going to be the exact same way. So I was just over here thinking well, doesn't that just mean you can literally hit a size up and then just shoot the ball after waiting a little bit, and then boom, you have 3 badges popping up. On top of that, you still have things like Awesome Hunter and Deep Freeze activating a Green Machine on top of that. So it's I don't know, it really raised a lot of questions with shooting in this game when it comes to how I viewed it all. But looking back, I think Set Shooter and Stop and Pop work together, and then Rhythm Shooter is an entirely different thing. Again, feel free to let me know if you have any different opinions and have any different feedback about this stuff. But as far as my opinion goes, and my experience goes, that's how I think this game functions. So now on the beat here, we got Green Machine, Surface 3s, Catch and Shoot, Deadeye, and Corner Specialist. So pretty much, we'll just start with the Catch and Shoot Corner Specialist. They go pretty much hand in hand. I will say, I do think Corner Specialist is one of the worst badges in B tier. It's not C tier range though. I feel like Corner Specialist definitely belongs in B. However, I will say Catch and Shoot is a significant boost when it comes to the difference between that and Corner Specialist, as far as what I've seen. So if you look at the difference between Catch and Shoot and Corner Specialist, at the bottom of each of their descriptions, you can see Catch and Shoot says a significant boost. Corner Specialist says a boost. Pretty much. It's at the top right of the description right here. 3-point shots taken on the baseline, focusing the boost. whether it is off the dribble or off the catch. Now, that's the one thing that you will say about corner specialists, like function, where you can actually activate the ball handler still, and it also does not have to be particular corner free. Corner mid-range shots, anything like that, short corner. But either way, I do feel like the catch and shoot one is my own experience as well, but it is, like I said, you can take what you want of the description, you can take what you want of my well, I personally feel like catch and shoot is much better bad than corner specialists.
Try again.
So now let's talk about Green Machine. My personal opinion on Green Machine, it's a pretty overrated badge in most people's opinions. But the reason I feel like it's overrated is because a lot of people find it to be like a fringe A-tier badge. Personally, I just see it as a B. I kind of put it in the same category as like the corner specialist when it comes to the level of B-tier. Like, I wouldn't put Green Machine down here with the C-tier ones, but I also don't think it belongs anywhere other than these Bs. So just keep that in mind when I make these lists. It's pretty much ranking these badges against each other rather than always talking about the value of the badge. Like, you can make the case that this doesn't compare to B-tier slashing badges or B-tier defensive badges or B-tier playmaking badges, but it is weird. I'm ranking these against each other. So, the truth be told about Green Machine, I mean, it is what it is. Like, you have to hit literally 2 greens before the thing even starts activating in the first place and helping you as a badge. And then on top of that, I mean, yeah, it's pretty easy to green after that, but you still have to have the user error or user non-error, if you will, to make sure you don't make mistakes. And if you just mistime the shot entirely, boom, now you have to green 2 shots again just for this thing to even work. Now, you're probably asking, well, why is it in the B tier? Because for the skilled players who actually do time the jump shots well every single time, it avoids the RNG of the full whites and just the bad missed shots that you just shouldn't be missing in the first place. So, it is what it is. I would say it's more of a competitive player's badge rather than a casual, but honestly, it's hard to tell the difference when it comes to shooting in this game between a casual and a competitive player. So now we got Circus 3. I'm not going to lie, this badge is probably one of the best B-tier ones. The reason I have it a little bit lower in this B-tier and not the A is it's a very particular play style. So it fits the Tycinos of the world and stuff like that, where you're going to be doing a lot of fading from 3 or, you know, spin jumpers and stuff like that from 3, the hop jumpers, etc. It's pretty much the difficult shots of 3-point range because now, like I said earlier, difficult shots only correlates to mid-range. So if you're somebody who likes to play like Tycino, where you're doing a lot of hop jumpers, fades, etc., running both these badges would be pretty fire most likely. But what I will say is, like I said, the game doesn't really relate to a lot of mid-range games when it comes to ISO. I would say Circus 3 is something we can actually do because I don't know how to explain it to anybody who doesn't understand, but those who do understand what I'm talking about, between the whole mid-range and 3-pointer fading and stuff like that, 3-pointer fades and stuff like that are so much easier to activate in the ISO because you can control that. Now, when it comes to mid-range, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. If you see him running toward the baseline or something like that, or doing a spin jumper, you know exactly where you have to contest it to. Now, when you play too high on the 3-point range and stuff like that, or so you can't exactly play super high on the spin.
No, I don't know why this shit is being like this. We can't even leave.
But anyway, my whole point is Circus 3 super crazy. I'm gonna just put it like that. And now look, I know this is gonna get super confusing because I just revealed like 2 whole tiers and we didn't even talk about Deadeye yet. But we're gonna do this, alright? I wanna draw the comparison and the correlation between Deadeye and Blinders. I feel like it's actually a very evident difference. And you'll probably be wondering, like, when it comes to the description of Blinders, and it's so specific, it sounds like it, right? You're like, well, how could Blinders be so much better than Deadeye? I'm gonna just put it like this. I think Deadeye is more for the heavy contest, like when people are right in your face, and then Blinders is more for the late contest, where you're just like, you shoot the ball, and somebody's like literally 4 or 5 feet away from you, and you get a 30% contest. You're like, well, what the heck? Why? Blinders is the peripheral vision instead of Deadeye, where it's just straightforward, someone closing out on you, and they're pretty close. That's the way I see the difference in these badges. Now, personally, Blinders speaks to more.
I'll try one more time.
Where, obviously, this is a very good badge in the sense of it's very easy to get contested far away or on your side, etc., stuff like that. Now, I think this does work for when they're straight in front of you, but farther away. Deadeye, I believe, is more of like a right up in your face, if you will, type of Deadeye type guy. All right, so back to Steelers. We'll go ahead and just talk about these 3. Then we'll go to Hot Shot and Hot Runner. We've already talked enough about the Blinders and Deadeye, so we'll just go ahead and move in that order. So, for the D3, the reason I have this a little bit lower than, say, the S tier, where it probably would belong in previous games, is the fact that pick and roll is a little bit extinct in this game. And that's how I feel personally. Some people have said they disagree. They think pick and roll is still like viable thing in the game. Personally, it's how I see it. When the jump shot speeds get fixed and people can run full speed jump shots, whenever that's going to happen, because there's like 50,000 other games that are completely broken. But When that finally does get fixed and the jump shot speed can be matched, then I can see pick and roll working a little bit better because shooting through the tight windows is a little bit more important in that sense rather than ISO, where if somebody is going to play you low, that's the only time you're going to shoot. If somebody's going to play you high, you're going to try and drive past them. It's pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. So the reason I say that is I don't think you need these to ISO, and that's how the meta of this game works.
You can try that.
At the same time, it's a very effective badge. So just keep that in mind. It is something that I would recommend everybody runs. At least top 4 is something I recommend everybody runs no matter what. Anyway, unless you're somebody like me that only has like 5 shooting badges, in which case you're only going to run odds on it. But again, deep threes for anybody that has like a typical 20 plus shooting badges type player, you can run all 4 of these badges 100%. There's no reason not to, and we'll get straight into that as well. So for Hot Shot, this badge is game changing. Like, you can make the case it's one of the best badges in the game. If you have a sharp takeover, which is probably the best one in the game as well, then literally all it takes is like 2 shots, sometimes even 1, if you combine it with a flashy passer or special delivery badge that it's now called. I mean, this badge is crazy. Like, I'm just looking at that. The takeover progress you get when having this badge on is unreal. For those who haven't played Next Gen, it's essentially like Showtime, but it only gives you takeover. I don't know how to explain it too well because there's a lot of badges in this game that give you the takeover boost or you just scoring pretty much and don't give your teammate the takeover boost. But essentially, imagine flashy passer and what it does for like a slasher when they try and dunk off it if it's stuck on 2K20 or 2K21 current gen. Like, this badge right here is literally like maxed out takeover in 1 shot, 2 shots maybe sometimes. If it's on Hall of Fame, typically 1. So anyway, my whole point is, super OP badge for literally the only useful takeover in this game, I would say, with the sharp ones, whether it be limitless or just the catch and shoot, like set shooter, whatever you want to call it. And either way, both those takeovers are tremendously better than every other takeover in the game, in my opinion. That's how I see it. You can still get contact dunks even without slash takeover tremendously, so why even have a slash takeover? That's the way I see it. You pretty much should just run double sharp takeover. Anyway, moving along to Hot Zone Hunter, also one of the best badges in the game, and I would say the most like well-rounded best badge that works for literally every build and every player. Because me personally, I'm going to run this on gold for the entirety of this game. There's no reason for me to run this any lower. The only reason this badge wouldn't be super effective and one of the best like top-tier badges if you don't have Hot Zone. That's the only time that it's going to be irrelevant. Obviously, this badge is only going to work if you do have your Hot Zone. Pretty straightforward. All you gotta do is play My Career. My Career Hot Zone can transfer over to the Park, the Pro-Am, etc., and stuff like that as well. So just play like 20 plus My Career games and just constantly shoot the ball. You'll be perfectly fine. Like, you are gonna have Hot Zone the entire game of the year, 100%. So anyway, that's all for the video. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, notice, all that good stuff. Let's try this one.
That means you're a YouTuber, influencer. It's G-Ties. Oh shit. He's a fucking dribble god. He's a YouTuber. Yeah, he plays with Badge Plug and Ticino and all them people. Score machine. I'm a higher rep than G-Size? I'm dead. I'm a higher rep than G-Size. A second, I'm looking at what this dude has for badges. Okay, he's 75 percentage, 81 at the rack. Okay, that's pretty good. See what shooting badges he's rocking. Blinders Hall of Fame. Okay, that's what I need. Hot Shot, House 100. D3 is Green Machine on gold, and then Deadeye. 4, 8, 12, 15, 18, 20. Ankle Breaker, Bullet Passer, Unpluggable, Hall of Fame, Handles for Days, Bailout on Silver, Plans, Centers, I heard Blinders and Hot Zone and Hot Shot are the top badges. Then D3s maxed out, and then you choose whatever after that. Cool, bro. I wish you would invite me to play these guys. We'll be on YouTube. You think he's streaming? You think he's streaming? We're in the squad. We're in the squad, right? Who did? I'm like, that nigga left.
Like 700 likes. I be forgetting that the views are down in the community, and hopefully everything is properly wrong. So I think that will come with time. And we know you guys will do that as well. We talk about this videos, but the views might be down. A, because the view is not very good. That's just how it is. But it does have potential. For those who don't have the next gen consoles, I'm here to tell you guys that game could be great. It 100% could be great, but it's going to take a little bit of time, and I just hope the developers pay a little bit more attention to this game rather than looking down the road to 2K22 or something like that. Anyway, I don't want to go to the next game, but I do want to tell you guys.
Yeah, man. It's like, damn, want to play with Tyler. Dude, you. What else? Dude, why'd you look at this dude's badges? Whose badges did you put in there? Dude, no, it's not. You clicked on no, dude. I swear. Who the fuck is C Drizzle, bro? Alright, this shit is not working, man. What the heck? We didn't do that? Didn't we do that? Yeah. I think this is just tripping right now. I think everybody's trying to cop their PS5s. Like everybody's out and about trying to cop their PS5s or something. Ooh. Star 5. Paint Beast. Shiny. Yeah. I figured it's a wedding. I figure it's a wedding. Yeah. I was looking at my badges.
patch holds don't be double XP, and we have double XP right now. It's still going to be really fast, just not as yours. So look just listen to what the fucking bro said. It's as simple as you have to do. It plays on opposite. But the next some of these right now is it's ridiculous. That's six obvious player that backs out one guy in a single game. If you're not going to do is try to get on fucking zone. This is the best way to level up. Okay, boys, I'm going to show you the best training game that there is in zone. Now, this is an extremely good sport. Lunchbox tournament. As you can see, I'm notoriously bad at Chip 2018 is not work this sport. And this right here is my screen for BMS. All you want to do should I tell you? Yeah. Slingers and cohort need to be buffed. Yes, they're very much still useful and you can very much do clips with them. Like this. Before I get to content, you start like, no, this is a craft. You have all the snappers in it.
It's not working. Watch. We're gonna, if we go in there by ourselves, it's just gonna work. Where's that? I think so. Yeah, he's a YouTuber too. No. What's his record? Yeah, cause rec is the fastest way to get up there. Park's still ass. Like the amount of shit you get in Park is butt. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's just right now everybody's trying to. I'm trying to get ahead before everybody fucking. Before everyone gets the PS5 and stuff. Let's try to close an app and open it again, see if it does anything. Alright.